Tommy is out there to be shot at. He's got a bullseye on his ass. I don't know Tommy. I don't know exactly what he stands for. But Tommy Robinson breaks down responding to Jim Davidson's explosive claims. You're not going to believe what just unfolded. Tommy Robinson, one of the most polarising figures in British politics, has just fired back at comedian Jim Davidson. And it wasn't the fiery, aggressive showdown many expected. Instead, what we witnessed was raw, emotional, and at times deeply personal. Welcome to Back Britain Unfold. Now, let's be real. Whenever Robinson's name is mentioned, controversy follows. Love him or hate him, he doesn't shy away from confrontation. But this time, things were different. This wasn't about a stage debate or a quick television spar. This was personal. And for the first time in a long while, Robinson showed something people rarely see: vulnerability. So, what exactly happened? It started when Jim Davidson, the legendary but equally divisive comedian, launched into Robinson during an interview last week. Davidson claimed that Robinson had twisted facts, misled his supporters and, in Davidson's words, built his brand on stirring people up. That clip spread across social media like wildfire. Within hours, Twitter was full of people taking sides. Some praising Davidson for finally saying what needed to be said, while others blasted him, calling it a cheap shot at someone who already faces relentless criticism. And then Robinson responded, not with anger, not with insults, but with something very few expected: tears. In a video posted on his channel, Robinson looked directly into the camera, voice cracking, and said, "I've been called every name under the sun. I can take that, but when people like Jim, people I once respected, try to tear me down in front of millions, it hits harder than you'd think." That clip alone sent shockwaves. Robinson, usually defiant, sharp-tongued, always ready to counterpunch, was suddenly showing the weight he carries. It wasn't just about Davidson's words. It was about years of headlines, court battles, public protests, and now a former ally questioning his very integrity. But here's where it gets interesting. Robinson didn't just cry on camera. He pushed back calmly but firmly against each of Davidson's claims. He argued that he has never misled his supporters, that every controversial statement he's made has been backed up with research, and that his activism, whether people agree with it or not, comes from genuine conviction, not opportunism. At one point, Robinson paused and said, "If people think I'm doing this for fame or fortune, they've clearly never walked a day in my shoes." That line hit hard. Public reaction, explosive. One supporter tweeted, "I don't care what anyone says, that was the most honest I've ever seen Tommy. You could feel the pain in his voice." Another wrote, "Jim Davidson went too far. Attacking Tommy on live air is one thing, but mocking his supporters crosses a line." But not everyone was convinced. Critics argued that Robinson's tears were calculated, suggesting it was a performance designed to win sympathy. A columnist in a London paper wrote, "Robinson knows the power of optics. Tears on camera humanise him to his base. But let's not forget, this is still the same figure whose views have divided communities." So the debate rages on. Was Robinson's response authentic, or was it strategy? Now let's zoom out for a second. Why does this matter? Why is a spat between a political activist and a comedian grabbing so much attention? Because it touches on something bigger: the battle for credibility in the age of media wars. Both Robinson and Davidson are public figures who have built reputations on being outspoken, controversial, and willing to go against the mainstream. And when two figures like that clash, it doesn't just stay between them. It becomes a public referendum on truth, loyalty, and authenticity. Some insiders are even whispering that this moment could reshape Robinson's image. One former political aide told a local outlet, "People have always seen Robinson as the bulldog, aggressive, unrelenting. But now, whether you believe him or not, they've seen the man behind the bulldog, and that changes things." And they might be right, because here's the truth. Politics today isn't just about policies or platforms. It's about perception, it's about emotion. And when a figure as controversial as Robinson sheds tears on camera, it forces even his critics to pause, if only for a moment. But let's not forget Jim Davidson's role in this. This was today's important update. We want to make it clear that our videos do not contain any kind of misinformation. Our only goal is to deliver true and verified news from across the UK, right here on Britain Unfold. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the Britain Unfold channel. Thank you.